Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to computational physics class. In this video, we will see programming in C++ language. Here you can see a very simple program written in C++ language. This program will give an output of welcome to C++ on the screen. Now let's analyze this program line-wise. In the first line, here you can see any line that begins with double slash, it indicates that it is a comment and it is included in the program to improve the readability of the program. Usually you can write the question or the problem you are solving. You can indicate that, or by using this comment line, you can indicate the user that in the following statement what you are trying to do. In line number 2, hash sign include iostream.h. iostream.h is a header file, and this line is a preprocessor directive. Any line that starts with a hash sign is a preprocessor directive, and it is used by the compiler. Compiler includes that program which is written over here, that is iostream.h, and when the compiler includes that program, that all the commands or functions that are defined in that program will be included with the following program. So any command or the function you are using in the program is already defined in the libraries or in the header file of that particular header file. Next is the line 3, int main and with a bracket sign. It is part of every C++ program. You can omit int before a main program, and it indicates that this is the beginning of the main function, and the int keyword which is written left to the left of the main, it indicates that the main function will return an integer value. Int can be replaced by void, and it is used in order to indicate what the program will actually return the value. Line number 4, it's the curly bracket written over here. It indicates that the body of the main function begins over here. Now let's see out with this insertion operator, and within the string, the material written on the string or the statement which is written within the double quotes will be printed as it is. Cout is the command which indicates that the compiler has to print that statement which is written inside the quotes, or the string which is written inside the double quotes has to be printed on the screen. And yes, you can see that each statement is ended by a semicolon. It indicates the end of the statement. This command cout is used to print anything which is written, anything written in the double quotes as it is, or if we are using any variable, then its variable value would be printed on the screen. The cout has to print on the screen. This this command has definition in the that what it has to do is already pre-designed in the header file which we have included, that is iostream.h. Now the 6th line is return 0. It indicates the exit from the function, and 0 indicates as in the program int main is used, then the program has to return an integer value. Then return 0 will indicate that the program has been terminated successfully. After that, in line 7, again the curly bracket is closed, which indicates the end of the body of the function, main function. Now, escape sequence. There are certain special characters that are written to make the output different. When a backslash is encountered in a string of character, the next character is combined with the backslash to form an escape sequence. Here you can see a statement written over here, welcome to C++ with /n. /n is an escape sequence, and what it will do, it will print welcome to C++ and move the cursor. After printing welcome to C++, it will move the cursor to the next line, to the new line. And there is another statement written over here. Both these statements will do the same work. Either we use an escape sequence of /n or use endl. Both will move the cursor after printing welcome to C++ on the screen, move the cursor to the new line. So there are certain other escape sequence mentioned over here. /n is for the new line, /10 is the horizontal tab, it will give a tab space. /a, a sound, a beep sound will be heard. /n, it will move the cursor to the beginning of the line, whatever it has printed. If you use /r with that previous here, welcome to C++, after printing welcome to C++, if you use /r, it will print welcome to C++ and move the cursor to W. That is the beginning of the statement. // it is used to display slash on the screen, and slash with quotes, it is used to display if you want to display codes on the screen. Then with the slash, in this escape sequence, you can display the codes on the screen. Now, data types, they are very important. For any variable, if you are using in a program, variable that takes a place in the memory and it has a specific size, and the data types decide that how much space it will take in the memory and what type of data it will acquire from the user. So these are different data types. Bool stores either value true or false. It stores value either 1 or 0. If any relational expression or any logical decision making type of expression is used, then its value is either true or false. In the case of true, it will store a value of 1, and in the case of false, it will store a value of 0. CHAR, it is used for the character type material. It is used for the character type material. Int, it is the mostly used data type that is for the integers. And the float is for the fractional values. Any variable that has a fractional value, we usually use float. Double, it also includes the fractional value, but its size is greater, its memory size is greater than float. And the void, if there is absence of data type, then we can use void also as well. Now variables, as we know that C++ is a case sensitive language. So a variable that we are using, either it is in small cap or a large cap, it should be remain the same throughout the program. If you are declaring or initializing a variable with uppercase or a capital letter, then this capital letter should not be replaced by small letter within the program. It should remain the same. So C++ is a case sensitive language. A variable provides us with a name storage that our programs can manipulate. Each variable in C++ has a specific type which determines the size and layout of the variable memory. It is indicating about the data type, that each variable has its own data type which determines its size, the memory size, and the layout in the variable memory, and the value which will be stored against that variable inside the memory, or is decided by the data type it has been declared for the variable, that particular variable. The name of a variable can be composed of letters, digits, and the special character like underscore. It must begin with either a letter or an underscore. There are certain other rules for using a variable name or writing a variable name. Let's see them. A variable name can consist of capital letters, lowercase letters, digits, and the underscore characters. Second thing, its range from 1 to 255, like the string of characters that can be used as a variable. The first character must be a letter or an underscore, so it means that no integer value can be the first character of a variable name. After the first initial letter, variable names can also contain letters and numbers. In between the variable, you can use numbers, but the first value, the first digit of the variable should not be an integer. Fifth, the variable names are case sensitive. 6. Blank spaces cannot be used in variable name. You cannot use in C++ reserved words. Reserved words, those that are commands, those that are functions, that the main is the function. The main cannot be used as a variable name. As well as there is a return. Return can also is a reserved word. It cannot be used as a variable name. So neither the blank spaces in between the variable names are involved, and neither nor the special or reserved words are allowed. Special characters like hash and this sign, it is not allowed. Only you can use the underscore sign. So these were the rules of variable name. In order to have an invalid variable name, these rules should be considered. Now here comes the declaration of variable. If you are using any variable in the program, it is necessary to declare that variable. Declaring the variable informs the compiler the size to reserve in the memory for the variable and how that variable will take its value from the user. So here is the syntax of declaration of variable. First, data type is written. After that, a variable name is written. Data type could be of any type that I have mentioned earlier. So here are some examples of declaration of variable. Character type C. So this C variable will take only the character type values. Int area, it will take the whole number type values. Float term, it will take values. NUM, the variable will take the fractional values. If you want to declare more than one variable having the same data type, they can be done by this syntax written over here. Same data type for the three variables, they are separated by comma. So there is an example A, B and C. There are three variables. All the three variables have the same data type of int. So number of variables having the same data type can be declared in a single statement. Next important thing is the initialization of the variable. If you have declared a variable, it requires a value or a constant to be stored inside against this variable in the memory. So there are two methods, either to initialize that variable, to assign a value by the programmer itself, or ask the user to give the value. If the programmer is giving the value, is initializing the value, so the moment it will give a specific value which is or depends upon the data type. The data type at which the data type which was used for the declaration at the time of declaration of variable, so the value should be matched with that data type. For considering, here is an example. Int a, int is the data type where a is the variable, equal to the assignment to a variable is the value of 10. 10 is an integer type value which is assigned to the variable a. So this is the process of initialization of variable. After declaration, you have to initialize the variable. Here in the example, you can see in a single statement, a variable a is declared and initialized in a single statement. Now the two commands which will be used again and again in every C++ program is cout and cint, referred to as output and input stream, and this command cout and cin are predefined in the header files of iostream.h. So if you want to use cout and cin command, then you have to include the iostream.h, iostream header file in your program. Otherwise, these commands are undefined in the program. It will give an error that these cout and cin are not defined. So, and these are the key. These are the commands that are used for, that is, cout is used to print something on the screen, while cin is used to get input from the keyboard or for the user. Here you can see that the cout use a stream insertion operator. The angle bracket over here, you can see the angle bracket. This angle bracket with the cout is known as the two angle bracket is the insertion operator, and this angle bracket, the direction is changed, is called the stream extraction operator. So there is a difference between this cout will print any string of character on the screen, while cin, it will ask the user to input the value from the keyboard. So these are some exercise questions. In the next video, we will do these questions one by one.